What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, and my fighters? I'm One Eye Bry, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about what happened to her. Spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead. So the main Walking Dead show is over, and there's still some plot holes, loose ends that people like to talk about and bring up in conversations, and I thought it was a good video to have. So what happened to Shira, I think her name is, but more commonly known as Stephanie? But remember her. Remember they put all this emphasis on her and Eugene and the ice cream, and something wasn't right about her. And they put a couple different episodes involving Eugene and Stephanie. And it was like, okay, they put a lot of emphasis on it, and then all of a sudden she was gone. So we know that that's the real Max, and I actually like the real Max more than Stephanie. But again, I can't get over the fact that they put so much emphasis on this woman and nothing really came about it. And it just goes to show and supports the fact that the last 8 episodes were really rushed. It was like you had the first 8 and the Reapers and stuff here, and then we go to the Commonwealth, more and more and more, and then over. Got to wrap stuff up. And it felt rushed. A lot of it felt rushed. And this is one aspect of it. So this lady was not who Eugene was talking to on the radio, but it really wasn't explained why she was talking to Eugene instead of Max. Like, it just was like we were supposed to just gloss over the fact that that's not the real person Eugene was talking to. Like, all right. And then we find out Max and Eugene have a baby, and that's really the ending of that. But we don't know what happened to Stephanie, right? Really, the last time we saw her, she was involved with this bald guy that was connected with Lance, and they took out the workers that turned them into walkers, and they were causing chaos around the Commonwealth. And that was the whole plan for these two, to kill their own people in the Commonwealth. They were pretty terrible, by the way. The Commonwealth people were all about themselves and protecting themselves. But like I said, we never really saw her after this episode. At least I didn't. If we did, please let me know in the comments below. But she was involved with the plan to break Lance out. That never happened. So what happened to this woman? We know what happened to the bald guy. I think his name was Hawthorne or something like that. Like, what was his name? Let me know in the comments. But he was killed and fed to Sebastian, right? Or the Walker Sebastian, not Sebastian. Walker Sebastian. But again, Lance was involved with these two. The alliances that Lance had and made and was connected with. Whatever happened with them? Will we see that again? Could we see Stephanie in a future spinoff? Could she be connected with CRM? Is that how she got away? Or did she die? Because I didn't see her as a walker, but again, I could be wrong. Makes me think about a couple other things that we didn't really see that weren't answered. What really happened with this? Rosita found this, resist the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth's terrible. There was a resistance. We see a CRM helicopter pilot mask. Helmet mask thing. It's like, okay, nothing really happened to that. How about the walker that picked up the knife? What really happened with that? We're guessing that the walker stabbed the Commonwealth troopers in the back of the Jeep. Not this one, or maybe it's this one, but one of the people that were driving some of the Jeeps around, but it wasn't really clear. How about the box? We're guessing it was dynamite. There were explosions. They did cause a lot of explosions in 11/24. How about Annie? Really wasn't answered. Negan and Annie a year later. Did she have the baby, not have the baby, survive, die during childbirth? We just don't know. Someone brought up the question about the compass. I mean, it's a good question because last time we saw it, Negan had it, but then he returned the compass to Judith in season 9, I believe. And that's clearly JG for Judith Grimes, but we see Negan handing it back to her in season 9. And then all of a sudden, Negan gives it back to her in season 11. So what's up with this compass? Other questions are about plot holes and loose ends about Virgil. And stuff wasn't answered about a lot of characters. Not a lot, but some characters. But Channel Side is one of the biggest things because Channel Side was not seen again, except for these two, in 11C. But Channel Side is definitely one of those things. And The Walking Dead love to do that, where you bring somebody in, use them for a couple parts, like Virgil, and then toss them out. Yeah, you don't need to see them again. And Channel Side, that definitely happened there. But What is your best guess about channel side? But what happened to her and all the things we mentioned here? It's good food for thought. Will it be answered? Probably not, because the main show is over and we have to accept it. There's going to be plot holes and loose ends, but that doesn't sit well for a lot of us who really care about the Walking Dead universe. And at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Life goes on. We have other spinoffs to worry about. Will they cover some of these things? Then one of the big questions is Heath. Will we see him in the Rick and Michonne spinoff? The word was that he was traded by Jadis to the Civic Republic, CRM most likely, but that remains to be seen. Like, share, subscribe, support the BT channel when you can. We truly appreciate all of the support. We can't do it without you guys. Big shout out to my subscribers, my patrons, my members. Again, we can't do it without you guys. Either way, stay safe. And as always, tell them Daryl.
Yeah, we